It's done. Another late Christmas car gift build. And just as I feared in a past video, when I said famous last words about it going together, falling together easily. Yep, it was famous last words. Things at the beginning fell together pretty quickly. It was the final assembly of putting the clear parts in, and the interior tub in, and the chassis pan on. That that's where a lot of the problems started. I'm trying to be quiet about this because the visitors are here. The visitors who want their late Christmas car bills. Shh. Yep. I had problems with this kit. Of course. Because I'm a procrastinator and I had to rush at the last second. Anyway. It was going together quickly at first, like I said. See? Here's a problem. This is a weird problem because you can't open this hood like that, but you can. Oh, now it opens. But as soon as you put it down, oh, it closes and it don't want to open. And then here's the wheels. Oh, now that front wheel's rolling nicely, but look at the back. No, it doesn't want to. Because it's rubbing on the inner fender well. The tires, both sides. And then, oh, notice the hood doesn't sit down all the way. And then notice this, chassis pan. It won't go all the way up in there. The interior is like a snap together. Parts are made to the seats. Well, I should get the instructions, but it just doesn't. And then, oh, and here, come on. So, see the inner fender wells there? In that engine compartment? That's actually part of the interior tub. That's not part of the chassis pan. There's some problems with their design. So, I will now list my complaints. The motor is not an accurate looking motor. I thought that was part of the high-rise manifold. But it's not. It's a molded-on carburetor. It don't look like it at all. The wheel and the metal axles. They roll great until you put the body on. Then they don't want to roll because the tires rub against the inner fender wells. See, they got these stupid tabs. They go in there. The inner ones go into the drive shaft tunnel. And then you're supposed to put the interior door panels down over these ones on the outside. No, it doesn't work. There's no way. So I just chopped them off and glued the seats in like normal. See the inner fender walls, and then the firewall you're going to put in right in this part, and then this is where the radiator support would be. You see there, it's part of the interior tub assembly, and that's a problem. More problems. This hood, you have to put that in before you start the interior. Before the interior tub. And yeah, I forgot to do that. And then here's this glass, this clear part. Now, look at this on these instructions. Shows 2 holes, mounting holes, with 2 mounting pins. Well, this kit actually has 4 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it had 4 holes in the clear part, but they did not line up with the pins. So I had to cut the pins off. So you're supposed to screw this interior piece to the body. And of course I had problems in getting it pushed all the way down to where the screws would actually make contact with the posts they're supposed to screw into. And that caused problem. That was difficult because of the glass, the clear piece. And then so that's partly why it's not sitting, the rear window is not sitting flush, because when I pushed it down enough, it popped it out of being flush. But that was the only way the screws would make contact with the posts to screw in. And the oh yeah, and then it's not just that. If you see here these gaps, well, not as bad, but it's look at that. It's all screwed up in there. There you go. These gaps, and then that part got pushed in underneath that panel, side panel. These were caused by pushing it to be able to screw the screws into the body. Then you're supposed to there's a little, it has like does an S thing right here, that little piece right there, because you can't see it now because it's blocked by this bumper. But there was an opening behind here that you're supposed to, when you put the chassis pan in, you're supposed to put it down like this and hook it into that hole, rectangular hole, hook it in there, and then you push it down, there's 4 posts that there's pins on the chassis pan bottom on the inside that go into those posts. You're supposed to get them lined up, push it down in there. And then you have another screw. So push this down as hard as you can. Man, I pushed that thing far down on it. And guess what? It popped the exhaust tips off. See, now I've got this thing pushed down as far as it could go. Finally, the screw grabbed hold, and it's screwed in there as tight as it can get. And it popped off the exhaust tips, and you can see they're angled now. They're right up against the roll pan. Anyway, but there's still this chassis pan still won't sit flush. So, as I said in the other video, it was going together quickly, like everything was just seemed to be falling apart, and I was falling apart? No, falling together. And that was mainly with the engine and all these chassis parts. The exhaust, everything just went together good, and then the interior was going together good. When I cut the tabs off the seats, and it went together good, and then put everything together, and everything's popping apart and everything because it just doesn't want to fit properly the way they engineered this thing. I don't know. So I don't recommend this Revell 68 Mustang GT 2-in-1 for beginners. Unless you're ready to get frustrated. Are you ready to get frustrated? Then go ahead and build this kit. This is... if you were going to do a custom job, a real custom job, chopping things up and total radical engine, not, top end of the engine needs to be totally replaced. Maybe. But only if you get this at a yard sale price. Don't buy it full retail price and whatever. Anyway, so that one's done. And of course, the other one, the last one I'm working on, is probably another day away before being done. And it's even worse than this one. Even more frustrating. And it reminds me of why I didn't like those old AMT kits. Round 2 didn't do anything to improve the AMT kit I bought. It's just like I'm building back in the 1970s, building the damn AMT kit, wondering what the hell am I doing wrong? I think I'm getting too loud for the visitors. Visitors are here. And, I don't think they're going to leave till they get their Christmas presents. Dang it. Okay, good. Okay, see you later. Hey, why don't you shut up and let people sleep around here? What the hell? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What's wrong with you? Why don't you... Oh, it's you again. Oh, hey, I ain't supposed to see this, am I? I'm getting hungry now. Yeah.